Thanks, everyone, for coming back to another segment of Michigan Conservative Roundtable. My name is TJ, and the man in the very beautiful flowered shirt is Mac. Anyways, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd like to welcome all our new subscribers. Thanks, everyone. And I want to continue on something I spoke on before, something Mac and I have talked about. Do we have freedom of speech? Do we have freedom of thought? And tie it into something that I just heard the other day on the radio. The other morning, I heard a man by the name of Larry Arnn, A-R-N-N. He's the president of Hillsdale College, and he was talking on the radio, and he was making a particular point about our current government, our country, United States of America. And in coming to his point, he prefaced it with saying that there's three types of government, and it's different than what you'd think they were. He started off with there's a competent and strong government, which is what everyone prefers. A government that's got its act together, of course, and is powerful to protect us. Okay, keep us from harm. And it goes, but he said, then you have a form of government where it's competent but weak. In other words, they have good intentions. They know what they want to do. Their goals are honorable, yet they, for whatever reason, they just can't seem to accomplish the mission.
Oh, you mean like the Republican Party on virtually everything?
But he says, but there's a worse type of government than that. And this is what caught my ear when he got to this point. He goes, they're incompetent, but they're strong. And he goes, they're all screwed up, but through dictates and coercion, they are forcing their will upon you.
Right.
Okay. And then he said, and then he launched into the just look at Afghanistan. That was his primary example of an incompetent but strong government. How we through incompetence left all that military hardware behind, left our people over there. Okay.
One thing I might dispute, and I don't know this for a fact, of course, but I don't think it was accidental. Well, I think it was deliberate. I think that Barack Obama is behind this, and I think Barack Obama is a terrorist sympathizer, always has been, and as much as said so. And I think he's driving, arming these people up, letting them get money for that equipment, selling it to bad actors, and so on and so forth. I'm not sure it's by accident or incompetence. I think it could damn well be deliberate.
Well, I won't
not to steer too much off topic. Sorry about that.
You have steered off topic.
Okay.
All right. So, anyways, in him making that comment, though, well, here's where he was coming in all.
And I understand his point. I know where he's going with that, but
he said the United States has officially thrown in the towel in combating foreign terrorism, but they're going to combat domestic terrorism. And when he said they're going to combat domestic terrorism, he immediately followed it with us. Yeah. They are going to combat us. They would sooner combat us than the Taliban. And you know, we've said that in different sort of ways.
You did a video some time ago, and I, off the top of my head, can't remember the topic, but the comment that jumped out at me was, so what's wrong with punching a Nazi in the face? I think it was about the kid who was wearing a hat, a MAGA hat, and the guy came and threw a Coke in his face.
Oh, yeah.
And slapped him around a little bit because he had the MAGA hat on. And the comment from the person was, so what's wrong with punching a Nazi? Well, my comment in return was, my reply was that, what makes him a Nazi? The fact that you say so? What if I say you're a Nazi? Do I get to punch you in the face?
Well, in any event, they want to combat domestic terrorism, and they've defined domestic terrorism as us, patriots, Trump supporters, people who believe in the Declaration of Independence.
Where's the terror is my question.
People who think highly of Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
as we talked about in
As I do.
previous
so you could put me on the list
segment.
Among the other lists I'm already on, I'm sure.
I'm compelled to reference something, and you said you heard it in a show, where the protest on January 6th has been labeled an insurrection.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? They just want the First Amendment out the window.
Right. You can't protest, or they'll say it's an insurrection.
That's right.
And therefore you're a domestic terrorist.
That's
kind
right.
of like you're wearing a mad hat, therefore you're a Nazi, therefore I get to punch you in the face. You know what? Maybe it goes from punching you in the face to shooting you in the head at some point. Or putting you in a camp for re-education to get your mind right, boy.
In any event, that is exactly where Larry Arnn was going.
Well, I heard Hugh Hewitt, who I'm not a big fan of. We would probably agree on 95% of things. But Hugh Hewitt on the Dennis Prager show said that it was an insurrection. Well, where's the insurrection, Hugh? Obviously, Hugh Hewitt's not going to watch this, but that's the question I have for Hugh. Where was the insurrection? Walking around with a flag, wearing a horn hat, sitting at someone's desk. That's not an insurrection. November 4th was an insurrection. Well, I just kind of went down the list here. If January 6th was an insurrection, they just want the First Amendment. Since they're so worried about what we think and what we think of Thomas Jefferson or what we think of the Second Amendment, there goes the Second Amendment. If we're going to be domestic terrorists, then clearly they're not worried about the Fourth and Fifth Amendment. Applying that to us, or even the Eighth Amendment being selectively enforced. Well, going back to punching the Nazis in the face, what would stop them from doing anything to us? Why not a conservative genocide, since we're so terrible? Well, and I'll just wrap up with this, because I'm on a roll with the Bill of Rights that for whatever reason they're not going to, They don't believe in it. I know. They don't want this country. Well, the 9th and 10th Amendment's been laughed at since Bill Clinton was president. Right. Would be the point of that. Sure. I remember when Bill Clinton... As well as the 8th. Yeah. But I remember when Bill Clinton was president, how people would say, well, that violates the 9th or 10th Amendment, and the 9th and 10th Amendment, blah, blah. Past the Second Amendment and perhaps the First Amendment, which a lot of people don't know that it's multifaceted, in that you have freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. So it goes on and on there. Aside from that, First and Second Amendment, people maybe can tell you what the Fifth Amendment is for. Mm-hmm. They couldn't tell you what the Fourth. They don't know the Bill of Rights. And perhaps we should do a series of show on the Bill of Rights. So maybe you know what they are before they're gone completely, if they aren't already. But your point. But anyways, and coming back to what Larry Arnn was trying to make a point of is this government. Heck, just look at the southern border. You want to talk about incompetency down there? They're letting these people across, and then what? There they are. Like last I heard, again, I might dispute that it's incompetency. I think it's planned. They want to drag these people into this country, except for the Haitians. No, we don't want the Haitians now. The people who are, God knows, in the greatest need maybe on the face of the earth. They're eating mud just to stay alive. Besides that, they want these people here. They're going to offer them our things, my home, for their vote, and they can continue on with their oligarchy. Well, that's it. Any final thoughts? No. I'm ready to explode. But yeah. Not in a good way. It's an unfortunate situation, and that's putting it horribly mildly. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you're still watching, we're at the 9-minute mark, so thanks, everyone. And in any event, as always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.